Why would you tint your windows, man? Why on earth would you ever tint your windows? I can flick somebody off, I can yell at them, and they're not gonna know. They're not gonna know. I'm what you call a reformed aggressive driver. I don't drive like a complete maniac, but I can, and I will if I have to. You never want to be seen. I like to be seen these days, man. Emissions, carbon emissions, and all this nonsense, and the electric vehicles. What do you think is the ideal percentage to tint your windows? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Phil and I create automotive content. We love cars here, all types of cars, supercars, muscle cars, hypercars, exotic cars, regular cars, whatever, man. We just love cars, period. If you like cars, please give me a subscription. Those of you that have been here with me and that are actively engaging on my content, I love it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. What are we going to talk about today? Window tint. Do you really want to piss off the Karens of the world? Because we all care about what Karen thinks. You've got a loud car. That looks mean. That looks illegal. You don't seem like a nice person. I'm going to take your tag number down and report you to the police. Okay, if you're pissing the Karens off, then maybe that's a good thing, actually, if you're pissing off the Karens. So keep doing that. I've had plenty of cars with window tint. I remember the late 90s, my Trans Am was the first car that I had the windows tinted. My second car was the second car that I owned, and I tinted the windows, and I was so excited. I'm gonna have dark windows. It's gonna stay cooler in the summer. Nobody's gonna be able to see me. They're not gonna be able to see what I'm doing in here. I can flick somebody off. I can yell at them, and they're not gonna know. They're not gonna know. I was so excited to get the windows tinted, man, and I was very happy with it. And there are a lot of pros to tinting your windows. I'm not saying that there aren't pros, especially if you live somewhere like in Florida, like in Texas. You want window tint. You gotta have it. It gets so freaking hot, you gotta have it. But you know, I got pulled over a lot. I got pulled over 6 times in 1 month. You know, it's just one of those things where you're gonna be more likely to get pulled over, and the cops, the way things are with the cops these days, the way that the police are being treated, you know, if they feel threatened at all, you just can't take any chances, man. I like to be invisible these days on the road. I like to be I'm in a boring 2004 Honda Accord. It's completely stock, it's bone stock. I'm what you call a reformed aggressive driver. I don't drive like a complete maniac, but I can, and I will if I have to. If I have to get around a truck that's kicking up rocks, or if I have to get to my exit and there's some idiots on the road and I need to get away from them, I will do that. With that being said, I don't go out of my way to cause any trouble. Maybe it's because I'm older now, I'm in my mid-40s, but I just don't want to attract unnecessary attention to myself. I had window tint on the 350Z too. I pulled that off last year. A couple of things. I got sick of the way it looks. I don't know, I used to love the way it looks. I don't really care for it anymore. And I figured I don't want to attract any more attention to myself. So those are my thoughts. And if you do other things, if you have performance exhaust, if you have a front plate deleted, I deleted the front plate on that car just last week. We'll talk about that. I'll do a video on that soon. I hate front license plates, and they're illegal, and it's illegal in Maryland not to have one. But it's just another thing. So if the cops see tinted windows, if the cops see front plate delete, if they hear loud exhaust, then you've got 3 things. You're more likely to get pulled over, and you're driving fast. Forget about it. And someone that has dealt with high insurance, that was in trouble a lot when they were younger, I've talked about it before. When I was a younger kid in my late teens and early 20s, I had 2 DUIs, and I learned the hard way. And I had speeding tickets. I did a lot of crazy stuff. And that's why I am this boring guy now in a boring Honda Accord, for a daily driver anyway, because it's great to be invisible. It's great to be left alone. I don't need any extra attention. That's my rationale for not tinting the windows. But again, if I was in Florida, absolutely, I'd have 5% tint all around. If I was in Texas, absolutely. I mean, for your daily driver, I don't think you should do it. But I don't get pulled over anymore. Knock on wood, or knock on the fake wood trim. I don't get pulled over anymore. Of course, I don't want to jinx myself here. I think having a daily driver that is a boring car helps a lot. And then if I do happen to get a little aggressive, I have to get around a truck that's kicking up rocks, I am not sticking out like a sore thumb. Also, I want to be able to look at somebody. When somebody does something stupid on the road, I want to be able to look at them dead in the eyes if possible. I want them to see me, and I want to see them. And I want them to know that they're acting like a dummy. Just with that look. You know what look I'm talking about. Also, with that being said, I want to be respectful. If I have to get over to make my exit, I want to give that courtesy wave to that trucker, that truck driver, or just anybody in the random car that lets me in. I want to let them know, thank you, man. I want them to see me. Back to the cops. I want the cops to see that I'm wearing a seatbelt. I don't want to give them any other excuses to pull me over. I like loud exhaust, not on this car, obviously. I like front plate delete. I like a car that's been slightly modified in OEM plus fashion. You throw tinted windows on top of that and you're more of a target. If you're anyone that likes to have one drink when you go out, again, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Or if you're doing any nefarious activities that I'm not condoning, I don't think you should do, but if you're doing anything nefarious, then you shouldn't have tinted windows. You need to be driving a boring car. What do you guys think? Am I wrong here? I know some of you have to have everything tinted, and I was that person at one time. Everything has to be tinted, no excuses. You never want to be seen. I like to be seen these days, man. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't want to feel like I'm hiding either. Like the guy in the nightclub with sunglasses on, or the guy that just wears sunglasses 24/7, that can't look you in the eye, and I want to look you in the eye. I'm a direct eye contact type of person, and I feel like tinted windows is kind of hiding. You're hiding away. Oh, if this video takes off, I know I'm going to be attacked because so many people love tinted windows. You got to have tinted windows. All the don't drive stock crowd. And also, I can't see out at night. Even when I was younger, I think it was 15% on the Trans Am. My Civic, I had 25% tint. No tint on this car. The 350Z was, I think, 15, and it was hard to see out at night. And I like to drive back roads a lot, especially in Southern Maryland. There's a lot of back roads we take, and I want to be able to see, man. I want to be able to see. I'm not getting any younger. Now, I do think, and I don't know much about this, but some of the newer cars, some of the luxury cars, if there's a setting where you can adjust or maybe that's just for the sunroof, let me know. I'm drawing a blank here. I read something about, I don't know if it was a Rolls Royce or something, or maybe it's on regular luxury cars now too. I don't know, where you can adjust the darkness of the glass. And I think that that's pretty awesome. So am I the only man here that's taken their window tint off and doesn't plan to go back to it? Comment below if you've done the same, or comment below if you disagree with me. I know a lot of you are gonna disagree with me. You've got to have window tint on everything. The entire windshield has to be tint, double 5% all around, baby. I don't want to be able to see in or see out. Dude, we've had so much rain. I know I shouldn't be complaining, and my thoughts go to the victims of the hurricane in Florida and North Carolina and anywhere else where they've been victims. And what happened in the mountains and in Asheville looks horrible, man. And I shouldn't be complaining about the weather. But man, we have had non-stop rain for the last, I feel like it's 10 days. Well, Saturday, okay. Last Saturday was nice. Other than that, we've had a lot of rain. Yeah, I'm headed to the boat show in Annapolis, the power boat show in Annapolis, this coming Saturday. So I'm hoping it's nice. It's supposed to be nice. We will see. I know nothing about boats, by the way, but just, hey, it should be a good time. So I'll be in Annapolis. I'll be vlogging. That'll be on my other channel, Super Vlogs with Phil. Walk around downtown Annapolis, vlog a little bit. Probably cover the power boat show as well, but mostly just vlogging and hanging out in downtown Annapolis, which is a really cool town. It's a really cool town if you haven't been. What am I missing here, guys? What are some of the pros of window tint that I haven't brought up? Obviously, you get protection for your interior, your dash from the sun, the UV protection. You get privacy. There is all of that. But what other benefits do tinted windows give you? Temperature control, using your AC less in the summertime. We know about that. What other mods have you stopped doing to your car that you used to do when you were younger that you have stopped doing? If there are any. I do like the murdered out look. I've always wanted an all black car. You gotta have the tinted windows then, black emblems. If I ever murder something out, then yeah, I will tint the windows. I'm not saying that I'll never tint the windows again or drive something with tinted windows. So for your weekend car, I think it's cool, absolutely. But for your daily driver, I don't know. There are too many traffic altercations. I look at that person, I want them to see me, or I want to wave to give thanks, and you can't do that with tinted windows. If I see somebody I know, I want to wave at them, I want to smile, I want them to see me. I know some of you are going to say, Phil, I've been tinting windows for 30 years. All of my cars have their windows tinted. I can see out at night. I've never been pulled over. I never get in trouble, and the window tinting is the greatest thing in the world, and I get it. I've been there. I thought that. Let me ask you guys this. What do you think is the ideal percentage to tint your windows? Is it 50%? Is it the legal in your state or whatever that is? Is it 20%, 25%, 15%, 5% limo tint? You know, completely black, blacked out. What is the ideal for you and why? Jesus, gigantic tractor. Good Lord, look at that thing. I don't know if you guys can see that. That thing was huge. That thing freaked me out. It came around the corner. I was like, what the hell? Has having your windows tinted ever saved you in some way that I'm not aware of? Or has tinted windows done something for you that has saved your butt? Comment below. Do I think window tint should be illegal? Absolutely not. I think you should be able to do pretty much what you want to your vehicle. If you want to run straight pipe exhaust, I think that's fine. If you want to have limo window tint, I think that's fine. Although it can impact the officer's safety, so I do see that argument, that it can impact the officer's safety. But anyway, I think you should be able to do pretty much what you want to your vehicle, and I'm not a fan of government regulations, as many of you know that follow me. I think these regulations are obscene, especially what's going on with emissions, carbon emissions, and all this nonsense, and the electric vehicles. My God, man, we live in a clown world. It is a clown world. They blame everything on climate change. Every climate change this, climate change that. Literally wars going on right now, missiles being shot off, and they're gonna tell us you can't drive a gasoline car. Clown world, complete clown world. What am I missing here, guys? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Please give me a subscription if you haven't already. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming. We're gonna get out to car shows again. I know I've taken a long break from that, but we're gonna get out to those. We're gonna do lots of fun stuff on this channel. So please give me a subscription. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.